Hi there. My name is Stanley, and I've been in Mammoth Lakes on vacation for 2 weeks. We're leaving in about an hour, and we'd love to see 10 properties. Can you show them to us, Sonia? Oh, Stanley, tell me you didn't really say that. Yes, it's Stanley. Stanley, my buyer who's giving me a major headache. Let me introduce you to Stanley. This is Stanley, also known as Flat Stanley to some of you parents who had your child had Stanley as a project in school. My niece had Stanley as a project and decades ago, and not decades ago, but a long time ago. And I took him all over. He went to Florida, he went to New York, he went to Washington. But today he's here as a buyer to show you some of the things that drive me crazy. My name is Sonia Bush. For those of you that don't know, broker associate with Mammoth Village Properties. Today is Sunday, and I need to let out some steam. It's been a busy week and a stressful week, and I just thought I'd have a little fun today. So that first thing that Stanley said to me about leaving town. So those of you that are familiar with Mammoth Lakes, those of you that love Mammoth Lakes, know that it is a vacation destination, and people come from all over the world and spend their time here. Honest to goodness, this thing happens to me a lot. People say, "Oh, we've been here for 2 weeks, and we would like to see 10 homes. Can we do that in the next 2 hours?" Oh my God, are you kidding me? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to lay it on the line for you. I would love to show you, and I'm so grateful that you called me. Thank you. But I really would like 24-hour notice at least. Here's why. Okay, yes, you're right. Most of these are second homes up here that you want to see. Most are vacant, but they might not be. And not all of them have those fancy dancy lock boxes on them. So here's what I have to do when you send me 10 properties that you want to see. I have to get online and find out who the agent is. I have to look at the showing instructions. Many times there's a property management company listed, and it says, if you want to show this condo, please check the schedule to make sure it's available. Okay, so I have to go to that website, check and see if it's available. Then I have to call the property management company and either get a code for the lock that they have, their proprietary lock they have on the property, or I have to go to their office and get a key. So it's a lot of steps. So if you want 10 properties, that's like going to take me at least 10, 15 minutes for each one, not counting driving around to the different property management companies, because there's a lot of them, and picking up all the keys. On top of that, you're going to ask me all kinds of questions. You're going to ask me about the project. You're going to ask me about the amenities, HOA dues. Well, I got to do a little research for that. Otherwise, I'm going to look stupid and not know the answers to your questions. So I need a little help. So if you're going to be here for 2 weeks, and I know you're excited and you think, how can we make this vacation last forever? Let's buy a place. Well, I want you to call me. I just am asking that you give me a little notice. Good? Okay, that's number one. Sonia, I saw this house on Zillow and it's half the price of all the ones you've been showing me. I want to buy one of those. Why are you showing me expensive properties? Stanley, you must not read my Facebook page, where I have said more than once. Listen carefully. The A in Zillow stands for accuracy. Let that sink in for just a minute. That's right. The A in Zillow stands for accuracy. Okay, so here's the deal. The reason we say that, Zillow's great, and there's a lot of, it can be great. There are a lot of good homes listed on there, but it's not the same as my feed or our Board of Realtors feed, and here's why. A lot of things on Zillow are old, they're outdated, and if a property owner is behind on their payments, they might be listed there. So let's say there's this house that, normally on a market would sell for $500,000. Well, if the property owner owes like $300,000 and they're behind on payments, Zillow will show it. Yes, they will show it for $300,000. So you're thinking, oh my gosh, what a deal. It's not even for sale. The property owner will probably make their payments. They'll probably catch up. And there's tons of stuff that has to happen before it's even ready for sale. So don't be surprised when I tell you that house is not available. It's not going to be on auction anytime soon. So hold your horses, and I am showing you properties based on your criteria, and I want you to get the best value. There could be an exception sometimes, and I'll make a couple phone calls and see what I can find out. But remember, the A in Zillow stands for what? Accuracy. Very good. Well, Sonia, I really appreciate you showing me those 45 properties. It was great. But my cousin's brother's uncle, sister's nephew, he just got his license, and I think we're going to go ahead and write our offer through him. Thanks so much. It was really nice meeting you, and you taught us so much. Bye-bye. It happens. It really happens. Here's the deal. I always ask when we first meet, are you working with another realtor? I ask that for two reasons. Number one, this is a small town and I don't want to step on anybody's toes. So if you've already worked with another agent, I want you to go back to that agent. Number two, this is a great way for you to tell me if your cousin's brother, sister's nephew, uncle's brother, sister is really an agent. You might say, oh yeah, we have an agent, and I can talk about it. Here's the deal. I am an expert in Mammoth Lakes in the Eastern Sierra. That's the only place I buy and sell real estate. Your brother's cousins, sisters, nephews, uncles, sisters, aunt is an expert in her area. So I'd be happy to talk to her and give her a referral if that's appropriate. But let me do the heavy lifting and let me help you with your property search here. I know the ins and outs, I know the rules, and it's my job to guide you along the way. So before I show you 40 properties, be sure and tell me about your sisters, brothers, nephews, uncles, aunts, sisters, daughter, and we'll go from there. Got it? Got it. You know what? You make so much money. I don't understand why you can't kick in some of your commission to make this deal happen. You're right. I do make a decent earning, a decent wage, but not as much as you think. All right, so you think I make all this bucks. Most people think I make 6%, and I just go about my happy day. Okay, let's just take a property, for example, that's $100,000, which never happens here unless it's in a mobile home. But for math, we'll do $100,000. So $100,000, and you think I get 6%. Well, in Mammoth, it's more like 5%. So 5% is the commission to both agents. So I'm representing you as the buyer, and the other agent is representing the seller. We're going to split that. So I'm going to get 2.5%. And the other agent's going to get 2.5%. So back to our example, $100,000, 5% is $5,000. I get $2,500, and the other agent gets $2,500. Now it doesn't stop there. Then we go back to our broker. So I work for a broker, Mammoth Village Properties, and wherever you work, your broker has a split. Sometimes it's a 70-30, an 80-20, a 90-10. So let's just say it's an 80-20. 20% of that $2,500 or $500 is going to go to my broker. Now I've got $2,000 left. What am I going to do with that? I have to pay for all of my license fees, my E&O insurance, that's errors and omission insurance. I have to pay all my advertising. So you know when you go to Vaughn's and you say, Sonia, I love your ad. I see you every time I go to the grocery store. Well, that costs me $3,000 a year. My Facebook ads, all the things I do to get people's properties sold. So all my advertising comes out of that. I didn't even get started with taxes. That's a whole nother story. So I don't really make $2,000. Yes, I make a good wage. And yes, I work hard for it, but it's not as much as you might think. So I hope you had fun today with Stanley. I really do like Stanley. Stanley, thank you for your help. And I hope you do call me next time you're in Mammoth Lakes. I just hope you give me a little notice. Have a great day, and bye.